And we're on. That's right. Another
What up?
rendition
What
of
up?
our own game.
Damn.
Damn.
Sports show.
Sports show.
And
Yeah.
we live watching the draft. NBA draft going on tonight. Dallas did go ahead and take Cooper Cup. They are printing Cooper Cup jerseys as we speak.
Cooper
It's
who?
flag.
Oh, I'm
Cooper
sorry,
who?
Cooper Flag. Damn, that was football. I'm sorry, I just took my football jersey off. Cooper Flag, and they better make sure they put the L in there and don't forget, or it's gonna really be messed up. So Cooper Flag goes number 1 to Dallas.
I just told you.
Dizzy, what's been going on with you, man?
See, a lot of bullshit. But other than that, we good now. I guess.
That's how you want to kick it off. Hey, right now, what I'm doing is I'm sharing the live because we are no longer going live on Facebook. I'm going to keep on saying that. We are live on the Red Channel as well as on Twitch. We are no longer going live on Facebook because they be acting like as I move on.
Just say it with your chest, neck, bro. Damn. They be acting like what?
A bitch.
There you go. Yeah, look here, we ain't live on there. Some shit. Say it.
Right. Platform. Bring back Black Planet. God damn it. I bet you we'll be all right on that. Activate your Black Planet account, Pluck. I know you had one of them motherfuckers. So you got your Bulls shit on, right?
No doubt, no doubt.
What they doing in the draft, bro? What you expect?
All the mock drafts that I've seen and I've listened to radio is the guy that they want. A lot of people want is Derek Queen.
Who the hell is that?
He's a center from Maryland.
Oh.
He's a one and done kid. He played 1 year and now he's coming out.
A lot of them at this point are.
Yeah, he had a really good, from what I hear. I didn't watch the tournament, but he had a good tournament. His stock rose in the tournament. But then after the tournament, after the season ended, his stock kind of dropped because he had bad workouts. Apparently, I don't know, but I did go and watch some videos on him, or watch a video. I'm gonna say some. Watch a video on him, and he looks okay. I mean, he's a center. He's a big. He could look like he do a little bit of everything. Doesn't look like he can shoot all that great, but then again, he's just a 19 years old, so he has time to develop that. He looks pretty decent in the paint, but at this point, Biggs has to be able to shoot the ball in this new NBA. Somebody called him, from one video I saw, Baby Joker. That's lofty.
Yeah.
Now they did say he has his passing is he's the best passing big man in the draft, so. Maybe, but that's lofty.
The top center.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. If they do draft him, I just hope he work out.
Well, Tea Time, y'all are the star of the show right about now, man. What are you expecting out of old Flag?
It's gonna be interesting to see if they go ahead and start him. I'm interested in that. From what I've heard. He's an all-around player, so I'm expecting that, to be honest. Kind of plug and play right now. I'm interested to see what they do. They just re-signed Kyrie and Daniel Gafford. So I think we good. It's going to be if they sign anybody else point guard-wise to hold down the fort until Kyrie comes back. And we'll see. Because I do – if everybody stays healthy for the most part, because I know AD probably gonna miss some games here and there, but he
should miss some on purpose. If I was Jason Kidd,
yeah. So, and hopefully Kyrie comes back like towards the end of the season, enough time to get some game reps, get kind of back into the flow of things. But I can easily see them making the playoffs. I can see second round of conference finals, to be honest, if everything falls the way it's supposed to. I can see that easily for the Mavs.
You know what? I'm not expecting much from the Miami Heat out of this draft. Because I felt like we did a great job last year in the draft, and you can always pick up some stuff in the draft, but we need some right now. You know what I'm saying? We got enough developing. We need some right now. So I was a little disappointed to hear about the trade, and we'll talk about that in a minute. However,
I wanted to bring that up with you.
However, Miami, we got to find some right now. I'm gonna just leave it that way until we start talking about the trade. I got a question for you, gentlemen. Though, what's the purpose of the one and done versus just letting high school kids go to the NBA if they have that talent, if they ready?
Yeah, what's the NBA rule? The purpose, I guess, the NBA feels like 1 year of college won't hurt them. It'll actually help them mature. There's arguments on both sides. I'm not really held up one way or the other. But yeah, that's just the rule. You have to spend at least 1 year in college. Well, not even in college. You have to be 1 year removed from graduating high school is the rule.
Yeah. Right. So why wouldn't they steer more? Why wouldn't they draft somebody with potential and then G League them for a year?
Because I don't think he can even get in the league. You talking about if there was no rules? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying if it was no right now. I'm saying hypothetically, why wouldn't they, instead of turning the athlete over in the hands of college and risking injury, which injury can happen anywhere, we know this.
It really can.
Why wouldn't they just G League them and mentor that high school kid for a year? And don't you think he would be better prepared for the NBA than going that 1 year in college?
They did that. That was the G League Ignite. That was a whole
Hey team. Nana. Okay.
Hey Nana. That was a whole team. They already did that experiment. And some of them dudes made it, half of them did, and really out of that experiment, even them doing that, I mean, who's really been a bona fide success? Like when you think about, like, I know Jalen Green came from that. I think Scoot Henderson, he played on that team. That's the guard for Portland. Actually,
you really hear nothing about
the Thompson twin. I think they played for him too. So I mean, it was successful, but then you had other ones who went that route. They bombed.
Okay, and but remember back when they first started letting. Well, I can't say that because it go way back when they started letting high school kids go to the pros. But I'm gonna say this period when Kobe, Jermaine O'Neal, Kevin Garnett, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of other people went straight to the league, right? And at that time, we thought it was a horrible idea because we like, man, they ain't ready. How they, you know what I'm saying? They just going after the money and all this other stuff. But some of them high school players, some of them folks that came straight from high school ended up being some of the GOATs in the league.
True.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of people.
As many GOAT stories as you had way more, I think, busts.
Tell me a bust though. Tell me a bust during that time that went straight to the league and just busted out.
Sebastian Telfair, Eddie Curry.
I don't count them as busts, bro.
Eddie Curry's a bust.
I don't really.
You know that one firsthand. You know that firsthand. And it's been plenty other, like, those are the two that came right off the top of my head.
I personally, first of all, y'all ever seen Eddie Curry in real life? Man, being hold on, T-Time. This is the reason why I ain't talking. This is the reason why I ain't talking shit. Because I saw Eddie Curry in real life. Big shouldn't even get that fucking big in real life, dog. This motherfucker was a mountain. Pluck. 7 feet, dog. But I'm talking about like T-Time solid, nigga. 7 feet of that? Man, I'm sitting here thinking, how was motherfuckers dunking on you? Eddie Curry was Eddie Curry.
He wasn't jumping like that. I mean, he was big.
Look here, Kwame Brown.
Kwame's not a bust. How do you spend 13 years in the league and be a bust? I don't count that as being a bust.
Okay, so just because you have longevity, that doesn't make you a bust. His career was supposed to be on the level of a KG, a Kobe, or something like that. He didn't live up to that.
That's where you put him. You
I
see
didn't
what I'm
put him
saying?
anywhere.
No,
that's where he was drafted.
Listen to me. When they drafted him, that's true. But we do know that it matters what umbrella you go and grow under. And I'm sorry, but at that time, the Michael Jordan Wizards wasn't the place for a young dude like him to go.
At the same time, Tate, you said potential, and potential can go either way. You said off potential. Yeah. So,
like a bust to me is like you get in that. If you don't, I ain't gonna lie. It's just my opinion. If you don't make it 4 years in the NBA, and you were a high prospect, that's a bust. It's a kid that come to mind, and I can't think. Damn, what is his name? He kind of play like TJ. It's funny. He came in the league probably about 2 to 3 years ago. But you ain't heard shit from him since. Had the braids, left hand. Damn, I can't think of his name. Don't worry about it though. But no, I can't think of it. I'll remember it. I'll have to come back on that. But to me, when you are highly scouted and you're drafted and you out the league in 3 years, that's a bust to me. But to go, cause how many years you got to go to get your retirement?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it's a certain number of years you got to go to qualify for your retirement. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie, if you make it to the most elite league and you have some longevity, because you didn't do what people expected you to do, I ain't gonna call you a bust, because it's your job to hold down your job every year, and you did it for 12 to 13 years. You made somebody's roster,
but making
what a part of it
roster ain't the same as like.
Well, playing. He played. He didn't make the roster and we're at the end of the bench. Yeah, he played. Kwame played.
I think a part of the reason that he got it. He stayed in the league for so long and bounced around is because one thing he can't teach is size. And he had size. And at that time, size was important. There was a lot of bigs. Bigs was kind of not running the league, but they were important in the league. So, yeah, if you got size, you're going to stick around for a little bit longer than you would a 6'1"
how much we
guard.
talking he played? Like, he played garbage time minutes. So, I don't like
yeah,
you.
That's not true.
For how many years? You mean to tell me you don't count that shit? You count that shit? I know you. I know you because he was a bitch.
Hey man, real quick, y'all. Colin Murray from South Carolina. Colin Murray Bowles. This dude looked like he 12. So if I just got picked up by Toronto or who is that? Houston or Toronto? I can't tell. Toronto. He just got picked up by Toronto. This dude look like he 12, man. Look at him.
So you'll need to play 3 years in the NBA to get your pension.
Oh, you looked it up. There you go.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. You get your pension, dog. You did your job.
That's just your first contract.
That's what I'm saying. That's your first contract.
Bro, if you get there, I'm sorry. I just don't call, even if you get there, I just don't call you a bust. Like what I call a bust, with all due respect, is Lenny Cook. People who were supposed to get there.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. People who were supposed to get there. People who were supposed to get there that didn't get there. It's hard for me to call an NBA player a bust.
Just because you got there?
Bro, it take a lot. That ain't no easy feat. This ain't no rec league pickup. God damn it. This is the best of the best, and now it's the best of the best around the world.
Yeah, I think Tate, All due respect, I think your definition of a bus and most people's definition of a bus are different.
Ain't that
Way
a bitch?
different.
You gonna put me by myself on the
basically
island? Wait,
I'm
no,
just saying.
T-Time.
You made the NBA.
T-Time.
You
You
not
see
a
how this
bust at
motherfucker?
all. You made
See
it.
how this motherfucker gonna put me on the island by myself though?
I'm just saying, bro,
I think Tate's opinion, and then
But
the
I ain't
rest
gonna lie,
of
Will, it's
the
a lot of
world.
people out there that got that same to me. Just because you made it to the league, you did it,
dog.
You did
I ain't gonna lie. If TJ made it to the league, even if he walked in one practice and walked out the other one, nigga, I'm proud. Nigga. Hey, you did some nobody that I know. Well,
it's extremely hard.
That's not true.
I give you that.
Wait. T-Time. That's not true. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's extremely hard to make an NBA, make it to the NBA.
Right.
But also,
nobody's
I'll
saying
say
that.
this: depending on where you drafted, that matters. How you if you develop, because you play a key role, the player themselves plays a key role in their development. So you can't tell me that.
But wait, we talking about in the NBA, we talking about the game. But I recognize the fact that they have jobs, and some of them don't even get to use half the skills that they actually have because they have a certain job to do. And if they cannot do that job in particular, their ass is gone. See, Kwame probably, who could have scored a bunch of points and did all that other stuff, that wasn't his job at the time. His job wasn't to score a bunch of points. Because when you're on the team with Mike ain't finna let you score a bunch of points, my boy. So at the end of the day, that harms his development at a young age. When they say you take your ass out there, you rebound and you bang down low. He probably can do more than that. But his job is to rebound and bang down low.
Did he actually do his job?
I felt like he did.
So Darko Milicic,
a lot of people would say that's even debatable.
Darko a champion, bro, right? Didn't he win a championship?
Maybe, but did he was he playing quality minutes? Was he contributing to that championship?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna throw this disclaimer in there too. I heard Darko know MMA, so I'm not gonna talk shit about him either. Darko just it really harmed him about where he got picked and who was around him during when he got picked. You see what I'm saying? If you got, who was it? LeBron, Carmelo, Darko, Bosh, Dwayne, and a couple of others, bro, you got picked in a hell of a slot. And because of where you got picked, look, okay, let's take this back to the park. How many times you pick somebody on your team in the second slot, your second pick or your first pick, and they suck? It happens. It happens. So when we used to pick up a football and you pick so-and-so, and then that day they want to drop all the goddamn passes that you throw them.
But I'm not picking them in the second slot. Like I'm a note. Like it's you can't use that comparison. It's apples and oranges.
You didn't pick. You didn't pick. Look. It happens. It happens. Okay, he got picked in a bad spot based on how all the motherfuckers around him is like Hall of Famers now, right? All of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he got picked in a bad slot. However, if he got picked 89th, in my opinion, dog, I'm not gonna give him the bus. I'm not gonna give him the bus, dog.
Okay.
But no, that's just said if he was picked that low. On top of that, too.
No. I'm saying he was picked number 2. I'm still not gonna give him a bus.
But on top of that, if you can't pick that high, those teams are sorry. They picking you to come in and do something.
You're picked that high for a reason. You're picked that high for a reason. You picked high
for a reason. So you play a role in that.
No, you picked high because the Bulls not picking that center.
So you just saying, hey, you in the NBA, you got drafted, you won.
Wait, no. Check this out. Check this out. The Bulls not picking that center because they need somebody to come in like Jordan. They picking that center because they need somebody to come in and hold the middle down, do a job.
But also,
and they feel like that young man is the best man on that's out of this pool to do the job.
But here's the thing: if you bring other skills to that and you do the job and you do the extra, eventually you can just do what the fuck you want to do. Eventually, because you can't tell me Kobe and all of them, did they not have a job to do?
But guess what, though? Guess what?
Excel and pass what the original job was?
I'm glad you brought them up. I'm glad you brought them up because guess what? Kobe, SGA, off the top of my head, would not be the players that they are had they were if they were not given the chance. A better chance than what they initially got drafted to, because SGA was at the Clippers. They didn't even know he
was making it work.
They didn't even know
he it work. Yes, he was.
Listen to me. Listen, they didn't even know he had that. They went for Paul George. They traded that dude for Paul George.
But look here, he was balling before he got traded, though.
Yeah, and Paul George is
stayed on the Clippers.
Hold on, Paul George is a proven guy. SGA at the time wasn't proven. So most of the time, especially if you're looking for a championship or win now mode, you're gonna take the proven guy over a unknown, over some potential.
Even if they knew this was
what the hell outcome, has Paul George proven to win a championship?
Look here, even if they knew this was the outcome,
they
didn't know how long it was gonna take them to get to this level. So they still would have moved on because what Will just said, proven.
Had they just stuck with and developed the talent that was with, because you got to understand that, like, it's hard for me to say bust when these motherfuckers are the best in their area at what they do.
That's where you killing me, because then it's like a contradiction. So you get on them for you saying it's development, but also they play a role in that. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. SGA, even on the Clippers, he wasn't on this level. He had it in there, and he was starting to play like he was playing.
Well, we got to recognize it's some sorry ass situations too that you can get into, T-Time, that will harm your development.
They getting drafted high. So what you want to do? It's never gonna be perfect world or perfect situation. Hell, these dudes made the best of their situation.
And it's just hard.
Not all of them got opportunities. Some of them just balled their ass out and figured it out. And the team was like, well, damn, that motherfucker good.
Is Scalabrini a bust?
No.
Why you feel like Scalabrini ain't
because
no
he didn't get
I don't think nobody was expecting a lot out of him. Like, I don't know where he was drafted, but I doubt he was drafted, maybe not even in the lottery. Any lottery pick, you're expected to be a
What up, Gino?
Mike, what up, bro? You're expected to be
you gotta be different, don't you?
That's right. You're expected to at the very least contribute to the team. If you're top 5, if you're one of the top 5 picks, you're expected to come in and start and make a difference on your team. Because your team is sorry.
Pluck, do you know some people will mark Tracy McGrady as a bust simply because he never got out the first round?
No, they won't.
Yeah, they were just discussing that, bro.
No, they're not. He's not a bust.
So what makes him not a bust? Because so like T-Time said, that's discrimination. No, what did you say? That's you just contradicted yourself, because you said, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna put it in the simplest terms I know how, if the player don't live up to what their expectations are, they're a bust.
When they were
what are expectations? What are expectations? No. But Tracy McGrady, who was seen on who was seen on the level of Kobe Bryant, him and Kobe at the time was on the same level. And he never reached nowhere. Oh, it was definitely Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant comparisons back in 03-ish. And Tracy McGrady never made it to the level, right? Never made it to that level.
But that doesn't make him a bust, though.
And that's the reason why it's hard for me to mark motherfuckers as bust.
But you got to understand.
Yeah,
he outplayed where he was drafted.
The conversation. Exactly.
And he was considered a star.
Houston was a good team, Gino.
And so Houston was the Magic too.
Yeah, Magic was a good team, and Houston was a good team.
You talking dudes that are bust, they ain't even make it to the playoffs. They were riding the bitch.
Eddie Curry made it.
Fucking bitch.
Eddie Curry made it to the playoff. Tracy McGrady made it to the finals with San Antonio, but he was on the bench.
He was old then.
So who gave a fuck? Nobody give a fuck. You better pull some of that old Tracy McGrady out your ass, boy.
Tracy McGrady was drafted ninth.
He won scoring titles and shit. That he wasn't a bust. Plus,
and I'm not saying he a bust.
The dudes we talking about is where they got drafted. We talking about number 1, number 2.
So wait, Gino just got in here. Let me say this. Gino, what we talking about right now is I personally feel like no person
make it to the NBA.
If a motherfucker make it to the NBA,
there's no way.
In my opinion, they not a bust. However, these two gentlemen say if they don't live up to their draft expectations, they are bust. What is your opinion on that, Gino? Now, did I put it clean? I ain't want to lean one way or the other.
No, that was clean.
Okay. All right. So it's sad that if you don't live up to your heights, motherfuckers out here, not me, motherfuckers out here will label you a bust.
And we talking a majority of people. That's the reason. Like, it's not really like.
Yeah, because like I said, Tracy McGrady was drafted 9th overall, and I think that if you drafted 9th, he can. And that's what I said before. I just looked this out. I said if you picked in the lottery, you expected to contribute. If you picked in the top 10,
his expectations.
You expected to start and be a difference maker.
If anything, based on he was drafted. He
played like a top 5 pick, but he's drafted in the lottery, like in the back half. Kind of the back half of the lottery. So you can probably say he exceeded expectations a little.
Yes.
All right. So can I ask y'all this question?
Yep.
1 through 5 in the draft. What's the expectation for 1 through 5? You saying difference maker?
Starting, come in and start and be a difference maker. And being a difference maker on the team. Because those top 5 teams, they had one of the 5, and I know they got the lottery and all that, but they're 5 of the worst teams in the league.
So, Gino I'm gonna say this, bro.
Did you see what Gino said?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna say this. When Dwayne first got in the league, he was on the bench. Yeah, right. He had to prove him. He had to earn his spot. He had to win. He had to earn his spot. Just because he went 5th, don't mean that he came in and it took over the team.
Wait, who did you say?
We're not saying that. But
I feel
only time, he took it. You proving the point. He paid his dues. He took it and proved he was worthy and he was valuable. And he was valuable. I mean, sorry.
So who we talking about, Gino? We talking about Tracy? Talking about Tracy McGrady?
I think he's talking about anybody.
Because here I feel what he's saying. He's saying, I feel only certain players can be labeled a bust because only certain players are held to certain expectations.
That's what we're saying. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, man. If you in that league, dog, because there's so many. See, I guess because I know of so many stories of promising, glaring superstars that never touched the league because of one thing or another. Those are the busts to me. However, if you make it there and shit just don't work out, I can't say you a bust due to the fact of how hard it is to make it. It's hard to make it. How many slots is it a year in the draft?
It's only 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's 60.
So it's 60 slots, right?
Yeah. And then you got people who can come from the G League, get signed.
Facts.
And they weren't even drafted, come in.
T-time. It's 60 motherfuckers at the place your brother was playing at. They want to go to the league. It's so hard. Them 60 spots, and now especially due to the fact of overseas players. Them slots is limited. Them slots is little to none.
I think you're mixing up the fact how hard it is to make it to the league.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Expectations.
That's a good one.
What was wrong with Adam Morrison? Well, he dunked the shit out of somebody, didn't he? What's wrong with Adam Morrison?
Nobody's not saying it's not hard to make it to the league, but once you work, depending on where you were drafted, you're expected to do a certain thing. And if you don't do that, you're a bust. Plain and simple.
He just didn't.
Now you can still.
Hey, wait, real quick. Gino, is Kwame Brown a bust? I need to ask that question. Okay. Go ahead. Look.
And you can be drafted high and not live up to your expectations and still have a long, decent career, but you'll still be a bust because you didn't live up to those expectations.
What if when
you'll be a rich bust?
When you got your job,
be a rich bust, and you can. Wait, to Tate's point, you can sit there and tell, "Hey, at least I made it."
Exactly.
Did you make it?
Right.
Okay.
I wish one of you niggas would if I made it to the league, and y'all niggas say, "Nigga, you a bust." Excuse me, I bust your ass.
You gonna be labeled a bust?
Hey, I bust your ass.
At the same time, if you were drafted at a certain point, yes, it's expectations.
Yeah, yeah, he wouldn't be labeled a bust. You got you got to worry about that at all.
Look, Plug, you better respect my. First of all, timeout. We jump right into some stuff. Let's get into some motherfucking inmate news. God damn it! Since this nigga, because you brought up, let me tell you something. It was a bad day in the office for everybody. However, who got the highlight play of the night?
What the fuck did you do?
When he misjudged the ball and he got back and caught it.
No, don't simplify my shit.
You did. That was
he misjudged it. I love how you started.
No. Look, see, he's simplifying it. Let me decorate this for you. First of all, the lights was in our eyes for that night game. So when you hit the ball way up in the air, it's hard to track that green ass ball at night. Right or wrong? Right, Plug. I need some amen.
The lights are rough.
The lights are rough. So when the ball was hit, I'm in left field. The ball was hit. It looked like it went to right field. So I stood there. Then as I tracked the ball and noticed, oh shit, this bitch is left center. Dog, I put the Jets on. And over the head, goddamn it. Over the head, right? Come on, Plug.
I'm just listening.
Come on, Plug.
I'm just reading my comment.
Wait, that's right. You goddamn right. Wait, now check this out, Plug. The catch was so miraculous, goddamn it. The ump couldn't even call the call because he didn't think that I got it. Right or wrong?
It looked good in a sports center way, but hell no. You made it harder than it had to be. It's a routine play. You don't get extra credit points because you can't see. It's a routine play. Wear your glasses. The motherfucker say, I'm gonna wait here.
You ain't do shit. I'm
gonna wait here and let it fall. Okay, never run the slide and dive. No, nigga.
No, you made a regular little play because you a regular. You made a regular play, goddamn. I feel you, Will. No, you don't get no kudos.
But like, if you just like came in and caught the second half of the play, it looked like that nigga ran from left field to right field and dove and dived and caught it. But if you see it from the beginning,
so it depends like where the hell you was at.
Yeah.
Oh no, I had to run a good distance. Come on now, come on, Plug.
I said that.
Run a good distance, goddamn.
Oh, but it was a regular catch though.
No, that shit was not regular. That motherfucker spoke that ball.
No, he had to run and lift his arm back and catch it. So it's like he wasn't like this, waiting on the ball. He had to run and stretch. But had he seen it, It should have been way back. He should have been waiting on it.
Wait.
Basically, he threw a lie to his damn self. Oh, that's scary. That's scary.
Wait, he said I should have had my glasses on. What about everybody else? Everybody was blind. Even the infield couldn't see the damn ball. So how the hell my glasses got to do with anything? Even the infield couldn't see the ball.
Some of them could see it, they just couldn't. They couldn't pitch it. They couldn't pick it up or couldn't throw the shit. But don't get me started.
What about everybody else? Oh, y'all take some dude from France. Y'all take
all right, man. Hey, y'all. KD got traded, y'all. KD got traded.
Hold on. The Bulls selection coming in.
Yeah, I ain't finna do shit.
They got somebody from France.
Oh, they got the Noah Singwe? Okay.
Yeah.
So from what I've heard,
who the hell is Noah Singwe? Okay.
So for my scouting report, my scouting report from what I've heard about him is he's raw. Like he's a 19-year-old guy. But he's kind of raw. He doesn't really have a lot of offense, but he's long.
Gino, he ain't a Bulls fan. Sorry.
he's a shot blocker.
Wear your Bulls jersey. Gino, let me tell you a story.
Oh shit, here we go.
Back when
he's the second youngest player in the draft. Sorry, he's next to
the second youngest.
Yeah.
Back when they destroyed the dynasty of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, so on and so forth in '98, and then Michael Jordan had to go purchase stock or ownership interest in another team because them stinking ass Bulls office people didn't want him to own a part of the Bulls in which he built that shit. And the way that they did Scottie Pippen throughout his contract, as well as after his career, I decided that I was no longer a Bulls fan. I was a free agent at the time. No, this is serious. So then I started rocking with Tracy McGrady because I like McGrady. Everybody was sweating Kobe. I like McGrady. But then somebody that I knew, brother, ain't no somebody I knew. My play sister and my son's godmother brother went to the league. And now he's a Hall of Famer, and that's D Wade. So I definitely had to rock out with the Heat during the D Wade era, but I'm a Heat lifer because I love the way the organization take care of their people. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, they doing something.
They trade them?
I don't know. Sean's talking. I can't hear it. I ain't got no sound.
Hey, dude, you got the best Bulls apparel that I've seen in years, nigga. I gotta give you a prop.
Hey, he represents.
Your Bulls apparel.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Your Bulls apparel is tight, dog.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bust.
Nah, he wasn't no bust, but he just had a busted knee, leg, ankle, knee.
Nah,
knee.
I ain't shit, all of the above.
Yeah, I like D Rose. D Rose was Chicago true and true. He was a great representation of Chicago. Except he ran up against them boys. So, you ain't gonna be able to fight them boys in Miami. I'm sorry. Not that team.
Get hurt. It would have been interesting because this shit.
Yeah, for sure. They had a good squad.
That's the coach's fault though for leaving them in during a blowout. I remember that shit. Left him in during a blowout and he blew out his damn knee.
And that's why he ain't got no job right now. That's why he got fired.
Well, he just got fired. Come on. Wearing the athletes out. So let's get into it, man. I want to know what y'all thoughts are. Where did y'all think KD was going? And if y'all think Houston is a shoe-in for the finals next year.
Can't say shoe-in because you always got to see what it's going to look like. You can say on paper, though, they looking nice. It's looking nice. Now, if they're the younger dudes who've been on the bench, what is it? Cam Whitmore and Reed Shepard or Shepard Reed? We gotta see what they do. Tyree Eason, we gotta see how much they continue to grow and where they fill in them gaps. If they do, they got a nice little 7 to 8, 9-man rotation. they got deadly out there in that West.
Indeed. And did they trade the 10 pick?
Yes.
Okay,
no.
so that
no, they kept it because they just drafted.
Right. So so they just got old boy from Duke.
Yeah.
Malak. Excuse me, Malak.
Yeah.
So and he's a good defensive player. So, and he's a lob guy. You know, he can be one of those lob guys at the rim. So yeah, they're gonna be tough. I can definitely see them getting the second seed again next year.
Yeah,
and
I feel I don't know how much. If anything, I felt like losing Dylan Brooks hurt more than losing Green, but no, they did trade that 10th pick. That did go to Phoenix. Okay. So that was Phoenix pick.
That's Phoenix pick. Okay.
Okay, so let me say this. I believe Russell Westbrook is gonna sign with them too, right? I keep hearing rumblings about that.
I hadn't heard it, but I'm not saying I haven't heard it.
I personally would love to see a reunion with Westbrook and Durant. Westbrook will be a pretty good backup for what's my boy name, Fred VanVleet, in my opinion, because he will keep the energy on the floor when Fred has to sub out. And I think Houston is going to be I think they're going to be a second round or third round out next year. I think they're going to learn and grow a little bit from what they had this year, but they're not going to be a championship caliber team.
Third round to put them in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the reason why I say that is because I love Kevin Durant and everything, but you have not shown that you can get to the championship level since you left Golden State.
Yeah, I like their team. I like their coach. He's a really good email dope.
Yeah, he just got an extension.
Yeah, Ime is good.
Second highest paid coach in the league or something like that, top 3. So, yeah,
as he deserved.
Yeah, so I'm interested in see what they do, man, because they got a nice little squad there, and they young for the most part outside of.
And I really feel
KD.
like that series that was good. That was a good test and a good, you got getting your feet wet. We'll see. The thing is, the West is brutal.
West steady stacking, man, because
brutal as shit.
Speaking of the West, I mean, championship is now in the West with OKC, and we owe Pluck a pizza and some liquor.
Yeah, and some chips.
Real quick before we get to that, shout out to Dylan Harper. I had not realized that was Ron Harper's son, number 2 pick in the draft.
Oh, for real?
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Stutter Butter got a son in the league.
Yeah, number 2 pick.
Remember we used to call him Stutter Butter? Or Ron Harper do an interview that is the funniest shit you ever want to hear in your life. Dog. I'm sorry.
He's there too. They showed him like he's
there. Really?
They showed him. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good though. That's dope. And you know what? That's kind of
he went to Phoenix.
That's kind of thank you, Nana, for like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. Nana gangster.
Yeah.
So our sons ran up with my son and your brother ran up against a bad batch. This is what I mean by a bad batch. All the folks we watched in the NBA, now they sons is going to the league. And they have an unfair, in my opinion, an unfair but fair advantage because they get to train like pros from Lord knows what age.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to train with the pros and they get to be around the game.
Yeah. Not only that, Jason Richardson's son is in the draft. Jason,
get out of here.
He's the number 4 best player on Jade Bills.
That ain't the boy that.
So I was wondering if it was Jason. Okay, so it is his son. Okay.
Michigan State.
Yeah, he went to Michigan State. Okay,
that ain't the same kid that Steve Nash wife had.
Huh?
But man, also too, Will, that is crazy.
You remember that story?
Like
allegedly, Jason Richardson,
like
Steve Nash wife
growing up, like his dunk contest and all that kind of stuff. So his son is already in the league. Like that is crazy.
Yep.
Allegedly, Steve Nash's wife got hit by Jason Richardson and had a black baby. Steve Nash left her. You remember that story?
I never heard that.
Oh yeah, bro. You need to do a little research on that one. Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly. So
but yeah, OKC pulled it out, and yeah, I mean, it was. I predicted them to win. I did not see it going 7 games. So all shouts out and all credit to Indiana. The boys played hard. Like I said, had they played any other team other than OKC, I would have probably went with them to win. But yeah, fuck them. You know, as Bulls playing, fuck them.
Yeah, but look, real quick though, can't mention Game 7 though without what had happened.
Yep. Wait. Hold on, time out. So, T-Time, before we mention what had happened, can I go ahead and erupt? Because what had happened, I don't want to put that above these motherfuckers I'm finna jump on.
Go ahead.
Let's scoop them together. Pascal.
He could probably even go in that. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, Pascal, Miles Turner, and it's one more. My boy that can dunk real good.
Obi. To me, you can't put it on Pascal. I'll put it on the other two.
Hold on, Pascal, my nigga. I'm talking about Game 7. Game 7 is leave your drawers on the court. Right? Game 7, you got one game for it all.
What fucking got on?
One game for it all. And me personally, the person I think left their drawers out there, TJ McConnell.
Yeah, what he did in the third quarter kept him in the game.
TJ McConnell is the player that I would pick.
What the hell this boy got on?
That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
Motherfucker got on a stripper suit.
Man,
his chest out. Ain't no way you gonna no.
And then look here, you ain't even got no chest. I can see you doing that if you buff. Nigga,
your whole Carter Bryant. Come on, I hope you not related to. Speaking of, what's homeboy Bryant name on the fucking Pacers?
Thomas.
Who?
Thomas Bryant. Don't ever say you Kobe Bryant nephew no more. You sorry. Now that's a sorry ass motherfucker to me. I'm sorry. Because he was on Miami Heat before too, and I saw that sorriness up close. Some of a bitch gonna come in off a goddamn pick and roll and flare out to the 3 and shoot the bitch like he's Steph. I don't even think it hit rim.
And I saw a tweet. Is Jalen Williams related to Serena now?
I don't know.
I saw something say they cousins.
Question: is there
the OKC Jalen Williams?
Yeah.
Are they twins on the team?
No, there are two different Jalen Williams on the Thunder. Yes.
Okay, but they not. Of course, they not twins. That's why they said twins. Because I was like, they don't look alike. They got the same goddamn name. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. That was just a fun. But T-Time, I just wanted to jump on them Pacers because Miles Turner, bruh, your shot was so you must have left your shot in the first round.
The whole series.
No, he left his shot in the first round.
The whole series, man.
Him, Obi Toppin, you supposed to been sitting on their head in Game 7. And I just feel like they just didn't show up because even before what happened, I'll let T-Time, get into that.
No, I was going to get on Halliburton too.
They still wasn't playing worth a shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the role players. TJ McConnell, the only one that said, I'm finna leave everything I got out here. And please understand, T-Time, I'm talking about Game 7. Game 7. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Man. That's why Game 7, like having that home court advantage matters, because your others show up at home.
I feel like some of that, I ain't gonna lie. Some of Game 7, because I was sitting there watching that third quarter too. Carlisle. because he left a lot of his start. Like, yo, it started slipping away from you. You got to put him out there. Let him play. Because your role play, like, let the motherfuckers who got you here, let them play. You sitting up there still going with the bench dudes, and that shit slipping from you. It's game 7. You got to make
the TJ McConnell shit too obvious. They made TJ McConnell shit too obvious. You cannot. He go off in the 3rd, but then you put him back out there in the 4th. Of course they gonna be on that shit.
Well, no, I'm also looking at in the 3rd. How much of that did he do? And Siakam wasn't even on the floor. Like, you got to throw that other person in. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
you got to throw all them threats in there. Obi Toppin, all them got to throw. You right. You right.
Nah, that's where, as great as a coach as he is, I felt like he fucked up in that.
I was disappointed.
I was looking at that. I was like, dude, you got to throw them starters back in. Let them lose the game. Like, you got them here. Like you just said, it's game 7. Do or die. Leave it all out there. I'm rolling with the starters.
He put Thomas Bryant in for a series, dog, and took his ass right back out. I can't stand that mess. I'm sorry. But T-Time, go ahead and get into the Halliburton effect.
Well, I also want to also mention too.
Mathurin was hooping at the end too. My fault, T-Time. TJ, you right. He was hooping at the end. He gave everything he had.
It was amazing this whole series. Mainly I saw the Pacers. Not saying the Thunder didn't do it too, because they at times did it too, but it's one of the things because my brother play basketball right now. You know, high school AAU, and you know the traps and things like that. It was amazing to me to see how many turnovers game after game. You know it's fucking coming. These are fucking pros. They couldn't do shit. Indiana just turning the ball over, doing dumb shit. Halliburton over dribbling. That shit was amazing to me. So I'm like, y'all can't get on these damn kids. They sitting up here watching the damn game. Shit, you got the fucking pros in the championship shit. In the championship. Doing dumb shit. And not changing. Not fucking changing. We saw this the whole series. Hell, the fact that it got to game 7. Damn OKC. Because it was a lot of time. Like, yo, the shit was sloppy.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
Shit was sloppy.
I agree.
Was like, that's bad. I was like, damn. Y'all know the trap coming. You know, like, niggas dribbling into the trap, getting themselves like, I'm like, hell, that shit they teaching my brother right now. That shit TJ know. I'm serious. Like, that's what they teach. Like, hey, you got to be ready for that trap. Shit, I expect that from my brother. I expect it. Y'all fucking professionals. This is the fucking finals. And it happened game after game after game. You know it's coming.
I'm gonna tell you this, T-Time. You are absolutely right, brother. You are 100% right. And I'm gonna say this too. Pacers, I was disappointed. I truly felt like Halliburton came out and was finna give it. It's obvious he gave it everything he had. What's also obvious is they need to stop shooting these players up with shit that's just gonna get them back on the court. Because you can tell that was the situation with Halliburton. They shot him up with that shit and got him back out there.
The thing is,
and because you can't feel it, don't mean it ain't getting damaged. You see what I'm saying? Also, I'm gonna swing this motherfucker in a totally different direction. The 6th man for the Oklahoma City Thunder, the motherfucking refs. That was some of the worst refereeing. And I'm talking about throughout these finals that I've ever seen in my damn life.
That's a stretch.
It was so much traveling, so much pushing off. How the fuck is TJ McConnell dribbling and the player's able to grab his wrists and then steal the goddamn ball in front of the referee and nothing's called? It's horrible. How many times did they have to even contemplate switching the referee staff. This shit is terrible. This and like T-Time said, this ain't teaching them young boys shit.
So you blaming the refs, bro?
I can't.
They had something to do with it
because of what I just said to lead. That's why I'm like the refs got nothing to do with it.
They had something to do with it. In my opinion, they had something to do with it.
I saw Nimhard.
SGA, it was 17 motherfucking offensive fouls not called on SGA.
I saw Nimhard go in and drive and hook a motherfucker and try to shoot the ball and get the foul. I've seen that several times in Game 7. So miss me with that thing.
But how often do you see a motherfucker straight arm push the defensive player off and step back and hit the shot and ain't no foul call?
Now, that happened all series.
You can bump him, and it's so crazy because somebody must have told him, hey, bro, you got to stop doing that shit, because in Game 7, his ass was using most of his shoulder and not his damn arm. No. So a lot of that bullshit was bullshit.
No, you can't blame the refs, man.
And then this motherfucker throw his elbow out or hook somebody or do the same shit. And then next thing you know, he at the free throw line. How the hell he at the free throw line? Sorry, but it was a couple of times in Game 7, the momentum had swung, but some bullshit calls was called to stop the momentum.
No.
So you can say no all you want, but I'm just putting it out there.
I will.
Garbage ass refereeing.
Nah.
And I guarantee you, if OKC was playing them motherfucking Bulls in the finals, your ass would be hollering like a motherfucker talking about that was offensive foul.
Okay, and they're not playing the Heat. So why are you so...
I like basketball, bro.
I do too.
It don't matter what fucking team. I like good basketball, and to me, that was not good basketball.
And that's all because it's all because of the refs. And OKC is bad.
No,
let me ask you this.
No, I said they got it. I see. That's where you wrong. You trying to make it seem like I said the only reason why OKC won is because of the refs. I said no. The refs had a part.
Let me ask you this question: is OKC a deserving champion?
Look here. I'm gonna say yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say yeah because here's the reason why. Because we know that to get to a championship, it definitely take a team. It take a lot of heart and desire and everything, and they displayed that. And it also take a little bit of luck. Luck meaning the other team not holding up healthy, health wise. Because at the end of the day, I would have loved to see both of them teams in the fourth quarter healthy with their stars on the floor and see what the outcome would have been
until he tore his Achilles.
I would have loved to have seen that. So at the end of the day, yeah, they are deserving champion because they got to and won the championship the way many other champions have done it.
But this is for you and T-Time.
Oh,
how do we know? Okay, I mean, Indiana deserved to be there because had Jason Tatum not got hurt in their series.
Oh, that shit was smoke.
No. I don't give a damn. Y'all can have it. I don't give a damn. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't. I ain't finished. I gotta finish. Y'all don't know what the hell would have happened the rest of that series. I don't give a damn if they was down that game when Jason Tatum went out. You don't know what's going to happen the rest of the series. Boston is a defending champion, the heart of a champion. You don't know what the hell, just like we don't know what the hell would have happened if Halliburton hadn't got hurt. We don't know what the hell would have happened had Jason Tatum got hurt. So miss me with that shit.
Nah, check this out.
Totally different fucking situations. Go ahead, T-Time.
No, let me cook. Back up. Take it out. Look at here, motherfucker. Here's the thing in both situations. You talking about one game. We had all these games leading up to both of those. So check this out. Indiana versus the Celtics, right? Or no, it was the Knicks. Were the Knicks not up in that series? 2-1? Whereas did Tatum not get hurt in the third or the fourth quarter when they were already down 20? What the fuck you mean, bro?
That wasn't the closeout game. That wasn't the closeout game. We don't know what the hell would have happened the rest of the series.
Man, that was the closeout game, but look, they was getting their ass whooped.
Bro, what? One game? They was getting their ass whooped one game. They didn't. That wasn't the end of the series.
They got
that one game was
3 games with Tatum.
That wasn't the end of the series.
They got the ass
evidence
3 games.
And that's
that was evidence of shit.
3 games.
I don't give a damn. Just like y'all want to try to say, had Halliburton not got hurt, Indiana may have won the game.
Shit. We knew where
we talking about one game versus.
We don't know. We don't.
3 games.
Okay. Halliburton played 6 quarter games. They lost 3 of those games while his ass was in there. So
and
he was
3 of them motherfuckers winning.
That's right. And they lost 3 of them too.
And they
so his ass being there ain't guaranteeing shit.
You just said it then. Same thing with fucking Tatum.
Exactly. So we don't know if OKC would have been there. If Indiana would have been there. We don't know if Indiana would have been there. We don't know if Indiana would be there. I'm gonna take the heart of a champion. I'm gonna take the heart of the champion. Heart of the champion. Heart of the champion. I'm taking the heart of the champion.
I said it. You just proved my point. They were losing. We had already seen it.
That wasn't the end of the game, end of the series. T-time.
That was the third.
That went into the series. That was one game.
Wait, can I say this real quick?
One game. They didn't lose in 5. They didn't lose in 5 games.
Hey, I know motherfucking well my mic on tonight. I know my mic on tonight. God damn it! Listen,
fuck your mic. They wouldn't have went out.
Let me say this real quick though, for real. Let me say this real quick. Do you think that the Boston Celtics blew up their team because of Tatum's injury?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
Absolutely not. Them motherfuckers healthy wasn't gonna whoop the Knicks, who couldn't whoop the Pacers.
They blew up the team because Tatum gonna be hurt all year. They're trying to stay below the salary cap.
The salary cap is what they broke.
Exactly. So that's why
trying to stay below the
salary cap. And the Avery, that second taxpayer Avery.
They didn't change the rules, and they just got new owners. So the owners ain't trying to. The new ones ain't trying to.
So you destroyed that championship motherfucking squad like that. I understand making adjustments, but you fucking destroyed the championship squad because of Tatum's injury and taxes.
Yeah. Next year is a bust. Why would you pay all that money next year?
I'm gonna give away. Wait, but you got Brown, who y'all say on the same level as Tatum, based on the pay.
That's not enough to win a championship.
Build around him.
That's not enough to win a championship.
Check this out. Too. In the East, hell, who's to say they can't make some noise? The East is that damn weak.
Y'all gonna stop saying the East weak. East ain't weak.
Nigga.
The East is not weak.
We've already shown you that it is. We've already shown you that it is.
The East is weak as shit.
We got 2 East jerseys on right now, motherfucker. The East is not
these
weak.
Niggas weak. And they weak.
And they can make the playoffs. They can make the fucking playoffs.
Well, my team can, not his team. His team can't make
no. They made the play in.
No.
They beat y'all ass until they get.
Who?
Oh, shit. They were
how many times did the Bulls let us in the playoffs, motherfucker? How many play-in ass whoopings we done gave y'all?
2 to 1.
Ain't no 2 to 1. Where the 1?
Yeah,
Where the fuck is the 1? Y'all ain't got no 1 on us.
They beat them. No. They beat them, I think, the year before last.
No, we ain't never got eliminated from the play-in. Pull up your shit. Type, motherfucker. Pull up your shit. Now, what I want to say while you pulling up your shit, what is Will watching, nigga?
What Will's watching this week, other than this draft, and cheese and sausage on that pizza, please. Is
I'll have it for you next Friday.
Mission Impossible. No, next Friday. Friday. Before.
Yeah, it might be this Friday. I probably can get it done by tomorrow.
Is Mission Impossible: The Last Reckoning?
That motherfucker come with a missing piece. I'll bite on your shit.
This is the last Mission Impossible film for. I don't know if it's the last one, period, but it's the last one for Tom Cruise.
About time.
Yang Hansen from China. Big head ass. What's that? Almost on. What is it?
So it's about, it's kind of a continuation from the last Dead Reckoning, which is a movie that came out before this one.
Okay.
Basically, it's about this. The Dead Reckoning is about this submarine that went under. It's this computer program, this AI that had his memory on the submarine, and he made the submarine sink itself. And the MI force was trying to go to the submarine to figure out the way to kill the AI, because the AI is trying to take over the world, basically. So it was just about that. I don't want to give away too much. But this. So
Allen Iverson trying to take over the world?
No, he's not. But this is the end. I mean, this is the follow-up to that, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. But this is good action. You can tell this should be the last one, the way Tom Hanks' ass was looking. Now, anyone that knows Tom Cruise, he gonna get some running in.
Cruise, nigga, not Hanks.
Tom Cruise, he gonna get his running in.
Tom Hanks.
So, but yeah, he looks like he can't do. He can't do his own. He can't. Don't look like he can do his own stunts no more.
Right.
Was he ever doing his own stunts?
Yeah, right. He's doing his own stunts.
Hey man, our folks is getting old. Our people we grew up on, the action motherfuckers, is getting old.
Yeah, because Ving Rhames is in that motherfucker. He looks like he don't look like the same Luther Strickland from the first movie. That's for damn sure. He look like Luther Strickland granddaddy or some shit.
Stupid.
But yeah, it's a good action movie, man. If you like Mission Impossible movies, it's a good watch. If you like action movies, it's a good watch. Mission Impossible.
That's dope, man. What Will's watching, man. Mission Impossible. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. I got to get into some of this effed up but funny videos, sports style. Speaking of effed up but funny but weird and what the fuck. This is your goddamn NBA champion right here, motherfucker. This nigga got a big ass stuffed animal purse.
It's a man.
So Negroes rocking purses ain't good enough. That ain't good enough.
It's a man bag.
Yeah, that ain't that.
That's a purse.
No, he killed Big Bird and made a purse.
It's a man.
It's a man bag.
What the hell go T-Time? Brother, tell me at your school, you don't see these high school boys walking around with purses, man? Tell me that ain't true.
You might see one or two. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
one or two. But you know what they own.
Yeah. Okay. All right. At least that's okay. Well,
no, you'll see one or two.
Not at all. We whooped ass.
It's a man bag.
We whooped ass. Goddamn.
It ain't no.
Look here. He was trying to let y'all know they had the championship in the bag.
Get the fuck up. I'm gonna kill you in Call of Duty. I swear to God, I'm gonna find a way to shoot your character. I swear to God. For that statement, I gotta kill your character. Hey,
I'm trying to let you know we got it in the bag, and you notice it was yellow, gold out here. Yeah, it's champion. That's what he's trying to let you know. It was a man.
Hey, y'all, on the real, I like to see people get hurt. I ain't gonna lie, because it's funny sometimes when they cry. Y'all check this out.
Wow. Why you gonna laugh at that man pain like that, dog? That's
the kids game, and you crying that hard, dog. That's funny in the mug.
Like, he must have had no cup on. Yeah.
Man, you heard? Did you hear it though? When you hit it, Ooh,
how you had no cup on, man? Come on, you got no better than that.
Them umps be tripping.
Can the cup protect everything like that? I don't know, man.
Yeah. Protect your boys.
Yeah, but there's a vibration on when that motherfucker hit off that cup though that you can't stop.
Nah, vibration is something else. You could tell he had on shit.
Oh no, he ain't have on nothing.
But some draws. That's why he hurt.
Look, it's Little League. She about to fuck you. Look at her.
Maybe.
Hey y'all.
Maybe some draws.
I also like when people lose it. Bill know this. You know this personally. But I love when people lose it, dog. This is one of the funniest moments in sports with somebody losing their damn mind. Y'all check this out.
It's got to be one of the funniest moments in NBA history. The refs really had Tracy McGrady out here crashing out. So he got blocked, and I guess he wanted a foul call and was unhappy that he didn't get it. So what does he do? Gets up, goes to the ball, and kicks it into the stands. Why you kick the ball like that? They gave him a tech for that. They gave him one tech. Then look, hold on. He saw the ball come back. He kicked it twice. Nah, bro, he let his intrusive thoughts win, bro. This is crazy as hell. So, hold on. So he kicked the ball once. Somebody somehow made it go back to where he was at. It made its way to him again. And then he then he kicked it again, bro. Look, that one kick teed him up for it. The ref had to tee him up. Then somebody gave it back to him. Who gave it back to him, bro? Yo, stop. This teammate tried to stop him.
Wait, let me tell y'all what was funny that everybody missed. Did you see when the kids had whatever that was to get signed and he threw it? Did you see that shit?
I seen him throw something.
Dog, it was them kids that was sitting there, man, waiting to get an autograph. He was like, he said, "Get the
fuck your autograph." That's wild.
T-Time, you got to help me out. You got to help me out, T-Time. Because you got to help me out and explain to me why in the hell is this a sport? So if y'all was looking for a league that y'all 100% wanted to guarantee that black people wouldn't join, you found one.
Yeah, because ain't no look, I'm not racist. Let me just put that out there.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But you are not going to see a black person voluntarily agree to get whipped.
You might, because
you ain't gonna have no black fan base
back out. They're gonna be allowed to dish it back out.
They're gonna be allowed to what?
Dish it back out because it was terms on it. So they might.
First time I get I'm gonna have a fucking glory. Denzel Washington from Glory flashback, and I'm gonna drop that fucking whip. It's gonna be fists.
Oh yeah. How the hell you train for that?
I don't even want to know.
Like I got a big fight coming up. This is just proof that everything don't need to be a damn sport. So just when we thought, remember, it was one point that everybody was like, "What the hell?" with the slap competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bruh, slap look normal now compared to this shit. Cause you ain't whooping my no. Nana said man law merce, not a purse. Bro, I've never seen this video. Hey, Gino, that's what I be coming up with the goods, bro. I can't help it, man. And saying that, it is look, T-Time has agreed to carry one of them motherfuckers where he go to work. just to show the kids that he is, down for whatever.
Wow, that's crazy statement.
Hold on, before this real quick, I want to talk a couple just before we go. What are y'all thoughts on the rest of the?
Got our ass in trouble last time. Go ahead.
On the rest of the trades, like Drew Holiday going to Portland.
Oh yeah,
and Kristaps going to Atlanta.
I don't give a shit about Kristaps on the real. Speaking of, if y'all want to say bus, 7 feet with all them goddamn all them tools, and can't dominate shit.
He ain't a bus.
Chet Holmgren is what Kristaps wish he could be right about now.
Nah, Chet Holmgren, yeah, because he didn't play well in this finals.
He didn't play well, but he defended well.
He did this last game.
Yeah. So Kristaps, whatever. Drew Holiday, I feel bad for Drew Holiday, but however, if he want to come to Miami, we'll accept him. Let's go.
Like I don't understand why Portland would do that. Because you make a trade for Drew Holiday to win the championship. Like he's one of the finishing pieces for a championship. And Portland ain't nowhere near no damn championship.
Gino, if he went hard, they would have won.
More competitive, better like defensively. So,
but don't they got Scoot Henderson?
They didn't want to pay Simons. So,
but don't they have Scoot Henderson?
Yeah, but then he went back on the injury. I'm fighting with Gino right now. Then he went back out on the injury, didn't he? Yeah, Kristaps wasn't he was no threat.
Kristaps is a difference maker, bro. Whether you want to admit it or not.
Boy, you can send Kristaps' ass back overseas where he came from.
But like I said, I don't understand that from Portland, but
y'all understood it from the Celtics. Again, they trying to get they tax.
Yeah, they got younger. Yeah, they got younger.
And that too. So, and again in the East, hell, who knows what they're gonna look where they could finish.
Yeah, I mean they'll still make the playoffs. That's the crazy part about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I don't give a damn about Boston.
Hey, real quick question for you. How'd you feel about y'all not getting KD and who you think y'all might get?
Okay, so I ain't gonna lie, I was a little upset about not getting KD, even though I was struggling to see how KD was going to fit in our current offense. I think you would have to change our current offense.
Who are y'all gonna give up even decent to get him?
I ain't gonna lie, I give up Tyler Hero ass in a minute. I promise you,
because they had already said they weren't giving him Bam or Ware. That's all the interesting pieces y'all had.
Well, no. We got goddamn, man. What's the dude from Charlotte? He got to go. Rozier got to go. They had a package. Rozier, Jaime Jaquez. I think it was Jaime Jaquez. It was Richardson. What the fuck is that boy name? But no, they put together a nice package that did not have Bam and Tyler Hero and we're not giving up Khalil Ware. Yeah, Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson was in there.
Nah, they got better with what the trade they went with.
And he said the Heat should go for Giannis or Joker. I don't think Joker going nowhere.
I don't feel like he's going nowhere either.
I don't think Joker going nowhere. I wouldn't even get my hopes up about that. And then on top of that, Joker wouldn't fit in Miami because Miami got a body fat requirement, and Joker wouldn't fit that. Also, Giannis is ideal for us. However, I don't see how him and Bam could be on the court together. Unless you run Giannis at the 5 and Bam at the 4.
Then you run Bam at the 5?
No, Bam's not a 5, bro. Bam is not a 5. And that's the reason why we've been getting our ass smoked too, because we too small. So you would have to run Giannis at the 5, Bam at the 4. But in my opinion, you still jacking up. We need perimeter That's the reason why I kind of hate the fact that we didn't get KD, because I think that our 4 and 5, Bam and Khalil Ware and probably get another backup big. I think that's fine. It's our perimeter that when we can't hit shots, because when Duncan Robinson ain't hitting no threes and Tyler Hero go on his bullshit and his points got to stop being worthless. And what I mean by that is, okay, yeah, you came down and you hit a 2, but then you came back and you gave up a 2. Your points are worthless. So I'm not down with the Tyler Hero project. So I would love to see that shit get destroyed.
Well, y'all on the clock in the next pick. Well, it's Brooklyn and then y'all. Yeah, from what I heard,
who mama is that though? Who mama that?
Houston just had a better. I don't know. Houston had a better package.
With the holding the baby.
Yeah,
you sure
that's somebody baby mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You sure that's the BM?
That's somebody baby mama.
BM. That's what that is.
This thing got on a hoodie. This thing got on a jogging suit.
That's not what he's wearing right now.
I know that, but that's trifling, dog.
What's called had on?
What, they drafted him from the playground, motherfucker?
What's called had his Nike jogging suit on in his video like that.
At least he got on a Nike jogging suit. This dude got on a damn Trader Village.
I'm kind of sad on one of the trades, man. They did my boy dirty.
Who?
CJ McCollum. Trade him to Washington, man.
Oh, for real?
Jordan,
who did they get? Poole
is now in New Orleans.
Yeah, Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. I hope Zion smacked the hell out of him.
Why they send him to a sorry ass team like Washington, man?
Because Washington should that's cap relief for them too. Or that shit, they really didn't need it. So
yeah. They did CJ wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Bad change.
Now they got a whole bunch of veterans on expiring contracts though. So they gonna have bread.
And they just drafted a guard that's who they're talking about right now.
That's he played at Florida though. He won the championship.
Yeah, so he can come in like trade CJ, man. Trade him again. Trade him somewhere else.
They might because he's an expiring. So, but it might be more in season though.
We'll take CJ. Miami. That'll be a good fit.
This is what everybody about.
You know what I'm saying?
y'all not winning, bro. Y'all not winning.
CJ, that'll be a good fit. CJ will be a real good fit. And you're right, Gino. We need a go-to guy because Tyler Hero ain't it. Tyler Hero is not it. Lakers needed CJ. Lakers need everybody. Speaking of Lakers, y'all, we talked about them being sold, right?
Yeah, that was last week.
We talked about them being sold.
Yeah.
$10 billion
last week. Yep.
Who y'all think? What franchise y'all think is more valuable and can get more?
Oh, if so, we talking NBA or just in general?
Let's do in general.
Oh shit, we already know the answer to that goddamn question.
Go ahead.
Cowboys, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. Hands down without him.
But so I bet you any money the fans will sell y'all quick. The motherfucker, they tired of the owner.
I know another one.
Who?
Even more than the Cowboys.
Really? Who you think?
Manchester United.
Oh yeah.
No, you can't go overseas. We already know they.
I go where the hell I want to. I go where the hell I want to. Manchester United.
Look here, look here. Somebody know they soccer shit. Right on. Right on.
I got one. Got a deeper history than the Lakers. Go way, 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 way back. The Chicago Cubs. $10 billion.
No. They're not worth $10 billion.
Chicago Cubs. Yes, they are. Wrigley Field and all, motherfucker.
To you, they're not worth.
Hey, you know what's funny as hell though? On the real, y'all know Harry Carey used to sing that 7-inning stretch song, "Drunk," right?
Mm-hmm.
So now they be having guest people come up, and by the 7th inning, them motherfuckers be drunk as hell. singing that damn "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Dog, it's comedy. I promise you, it's comedy. The 7-inning stretch at the Cubs game is pure comedy, dog. The motherfucker be up there hollering and they be drunk. Hilarious. Yo, so what freaking episode is this? Our own damn sports show episode. I set the show up. Can't remember goddamn episode. But I want to let y'all know we got approximately 5 episodes before we're going to end our season. Okay. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Because you're damn right. We got to have our summer break where we go and retune and then we come back stronger. God dog it. So make sure that
y'all for training camp.
Huh?
In time for training camp.
Training camp. Yeah. So like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff because we got more and more and more beef with each other regarding fucking sports. Because that's what it is.
Get real around here. No matter who it is.
And we want to let y'all know that we promise y'all one thing. We promise y'all one thing. When we come back, we still will not have Huncho as a host on our goddamn show. Hey, in saying that, we have this bit all damn sports show. This bit one on behalf of MrTMI Tate, Big Will, and T-Time. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Peace out.